Rama Steamship Company, Inc. was a shipping company founded in New York City by the Isidro de la Rama family in 1930. Isidro de la Rama family founded the de la Rama Steamship Company to export sugar from their large sugar plantations in the Philippines. Isidro de la Rama was also commissioned by the United States Army to be a blockade runner to bring supplies, such as food and ammunition, to the United States Army and Philippine Army after the invasion of Empire of Japan into the Philippines. De la Rama Steamship, biggest passenger cargo ship in the Philippines in the 1930s. The 1930s was a golden era for Philippine passenger shipping. There were a lot of passenger cargo ships that came, and local shipbuilding was also in its peak. We benefited from World War I, when demand for abaca, copra, and coal went through the roof, and it spurred shipbuilding and trading. The development of the internal combustion engine also greatly helped that. The Great Depression of 1929 of the U.S. came, but did not affect our shipping and shipbuilding in the main. What were affected were the U.S. producers being competed by our duty-free copra and abaca, and so they were in favor of letting the Philippine Islands. That was what our country was called then, go. That was why our independence missions then were successful. However, their industrialists continued to covet our mineral resources and protect their industries here. From small liners with just a few hundred gross register tons, and whom about half were wooden hulled. In the years leading to 1930, many steel hulled liners of nearly 1,000 gross register tons or more came, and for the first time, new builds became commonplace. And it was the La Naviera Filipina, the merged shipping company of the Escanos and the Aboitizes and de la Rama Steamship, that led this charge, assisted by the independent Aboites and Company, Inc. For the first time, the highest of the totem pole of local shipping being held by Madrigal and Co. and Compania Maritima was being challenged. It was de la Rama Steamship that had the big ships that could challenge the top two, La Naviera. Meanwhile, have smaller ships but more numerous, and the size was understandable, because their route is primarily the central Visayas and they do not do the southern Mindanao route, which needs bigger ships. However, the biggest passenger cargo ship in the local routes then did not belong to any of the four. If our ocean-going liners, which are mainly cargo ships with a few passengers, are excluded, those were Madrigal and Co. ships. The honor belonged to the Philippine Inter-Island Steamship Co., with its liner SS Mayon, which was acquired in 1930. The Dollar Steamship Co. of the U.S. was the leader in bringing about this great liner to our waters. History of Negros navigation. Negros navigation was established in July 26, 1932 with incorporators from Iloilo and Negros, who were mostly sugar planters, namely Julio Ledesma, Vicente Lopez, Januario Gisin, Cesar Ledesma, Juan Ledesma, Manuel Hechanova, Antonio Lizars, Nicholas Lizars, Carlos Lopez, Placido Mapa, and Aurelio Montanola. Julio Ledesma became the company's first chairman of the board and president, even though majority of the stockholders were from Yarrow, Iloilo City, and the company's main office was in Iloilo. It is said that the company adopted the name Negros Navigation to avoid confusion, since there's already a company named Iloilo Shipping at that time. It was only in January 1957 that the company opened a branch in Bacolod. Negros Navigation's first ship was Maripara, which the owners acquired even before the company's incorporation. In 1932, the company acquired another ship named Princess of Negros, which sailed twice daily from Iloilo to Silay, with the boom of the sugar industry. There's a need to have its own wharf in Bacolod. Thus, in 1940, the company started constructing the Banago Wharf. It was inaugurated in 1941 with a big ceremony attended by hundreds of guests. The Princess of Negros was also instrumental in transporting then-President Manuel L. Quezon to the Visayas when he escaped from Corregidor during World War II. In the 60s, Negros Navigation was the first among the domestic shipping companies to operate brand new, fast and luxurious and air-conditioned passenger ships with the likes of Don Juan and Dowa Florentina plying the Manila Bay Calodilo route. In 70s, the company was the first to construct and operate a modern passenger terminal in Manila's North Harbor. Negros Navigation was also the first to offer special cruises to tourist spots in the Philippines and neighboring Asian countries such as Indonesia and Singapore with its luxury vessel. Turbulent times. Negros Navigation has also experienced and sailed through rough situations over the years. It has survived World War II, the oil crisis, and the strikes and demonstrations of the 60s. Negros Navigation survived, or at least the name, rehabilitation, acquisition, and mergers. Its fleet of ships still bear the name Negros Navigation event, though it's now mostly owned by Chinese. Times has changed, and the company, which now owns Negros Navigation, no longer think the name still. Perhaps most Negrenses will remember the heartbreaking tragedy of the sinking of Don Juan in 1980, which led to the demise of hundreds of Negrenses. Not even the dissolution of the name will make us forget that tragedy.